I'm Diana Bald, President and Chief Operating Officer of Blue Orange Digital.
Hi, I'm Dean Cirielli, Vice President of Engineering at Blue Orange, and I have Sebastian Freiman here with me, our resident Power BI expert.
Hi, my name is Sebastian. I'm a solution architect, data specialist, and Power BI fan.
So, Sebastian, I've been hearing you rave about Power BI for a long time. You rave about it so much that I just had to sit down with you and Dean and learn more about it.
Finally. It's been forever.
Okay. All right, Sebastian, to start, what is Power BI and how does it benefit companies?
Power BI is a visualization tool, but it's more than just visualization. It's called a business intelligence software. And it's a collection of services, applications, and connectors. So the businesses can aggregate, analyze, and visualize and share all the data that they have within the organization.
Dean, a question for you. Are there other tools that do the same thing as Power BI?
There are a number of other tools in the space, competitor tools and overlapping tools. Tableau is one of them, Qlik Sense, there's SAP Business Objects and BI Suite, Sense Fusion Analytics, MicroStrategy, Looker, Amazon QuickSight, Domo, even more.
Sebastian, back to you. Why would a customer want to use Power BI? What would motivate them to choose Power BI over other tools?
A key difference of Power BI against the competition and other tools is that it has a really interesting license structure. So cost is a major factor in decision making in many organizations, and Power BI has it costs a fraction of other enterprise products. Not only that, but it integrates very well in the Microsoft and Azure environment. So any organization that is tied with Microsoft within their environment will feel at home using Power BI.
Dean, is Power BI limited to just Microsoft Azure environments?
It's not. Power BI comes as a desktop application, as a SaaS application, and even has a server install for on-premise use and deployment. But of course, as Sebastian highlights, it's integrated really well into Azure as well.
Interesting. Sebastian, back to you. So are Power BI features fixed or do they change over time?
Power BI constantly evolve over time. Microsoft team is deploying new features on a monthly basis. So each time you open the application, you will find a familiar interface, but also new buttons, new features to do things more efficiently, or maybe do things that you you were not able to do in the past. Some of the most recent and interesting that I found is the integration with PowerPoint. So you can just take a dashboard that you visualize in Power BI, copy paste into PowerPoint, and each time you open PowerPoint, you will see the most updated version of your dashboard. So you don't need to keep updating on a monthly basis. So I need to get the new dashboard. So that's a good example of Microsoft integration across applications. Besides that, Power BI was rebuilt from the ground up on this new offering Microsoft called Microsoft Fabric. So also that's an interesting feature. It enables non-Windows users to use more features of Power BI. So I really like those new features. And again, there are a lot of.
So I really like what you said about PowerPoint. I'm going to start using that soon. What kind of databases can Power BI connect to?
In terms of databases, it can connect to all sorts of data sources. It can connect to flat files, to Excel spreadsheet, for sure it's Microsoft, to Microsoft SQL Server, and Oracle databases, MySQL, Postgres, you name it. And all of the major databases are available as connector directly from Power BI. Not only that, it can connect with Dynamics 365, Salesforce, Google Analytics, other popular services across the web. You can connect to business applications, directly to cloud storage, and also pull data from web APIs. So yeah, it has all sorts of connectors.
Wow, that sounds like a long list. We should add that list to the YouTube description of the video so that people can find it, or can see the list. What are some example reports that Power BI can make?
In terms of report, you can build basic reports, pivot tables, but you can go beyond the reporting and you can visualize the data. You can visualize the data in a line chart, bar chart, scatter plot, even geospatial maps. You can take your data and visualize in a map. I think that I show you something like that. Yeah, Diana, remember? Yeah.
Yes.
And then what's really cool to transform your maybe a basic report in something that you feel that it connects directly with what the story you wanna tell. Last time I checked, I found like 36 different types of visualization built into Power BI. So it's a really flexible. You can show the data the way you want, and again, it's a long list, and they keep adding new ways to visualize your data.
That's great. If customers are using other competitor tools, what kind of challenges will they encounter when migrating to Power BI?
The main challenge is that the BI tools are not standardized across the industry. So each tool has different concepts, right? Some tool can, maybe you are working with a data set. Another tool, you are working with a semantic layer. Other tools are using a concept called universe. So each tool has its name, have different concepts for similar things. And these are different. Some tools are different features, right? So these concepts can be accommodated really well between them, but not 100%. So you need to understand the gap between the tools. Some tools are use no code or low code solution to develop these data sets, and others you have a proprietary language. So you need to understand and transform one source to the other. Not only that, but the visualization may be different. So again, bar chart, pie chart, some of these are standard, but some of these are not one-to-one. So there's a spectrum of features across the BI tool that we can talk until the end of time. But yeah, and so it's not an easy task. So there's no compatibility, as I mentioned before. You cannot export from one tool and import into another. Most of the time, you need to rebuild from scratch. Plus that, security is not the same. Some interesting feature that Power BI has that some of the competitions do not have is that it provides you can have like an object and row level security. You have really fine-grained security, and some other tools you just maybe if you have security, maybe it's by dashboard. So that are the main challenges to move from one tool to the other.
Well, thank you for your time today, Dean and Sebastian, for helping us learn a little bit more about Power BI.
Of course.
Anytime.